Sunday, December the 23rd, 2012. My last walk before the festive break. Today being 2 days after the winter solstice, shortest day, I'm doing my shortest walk of the year. This one being 100 metres longer than 8 miles, so very short for me. But as I say, I'm tidying up the book 1 and 2 walks I haven't previously done, and this is one of them. Today we're walking from here, Snodland in Kent, to Soul Street. It's a grey old day, worst kind of weather for Christmas. White cloud, it's mild, about 12 degrees at the minute, and we've had a lot of rain. So not very seasonal weather at all, and very different weather to the last time I was down this way back in February this year, when I walked in snow from Cuxton to Soul Street. So there will be some duplication of scenery towards the end from Luddesdown, but otherwise it's a new walk. So book 2, walk 17, it's 11:17 now. As I say, it's a short walk of 8 miles, so let's press on. Should be done by about 3:30 I reckon. Okay, there's the red sign directing us to the town centre, immediately outside the station. As the text indicates, it is a bit of a grotty urban area down here. Weather doesn't help either. Local church next to the station. Well, there's a sign of the times. Like so many pubs before it, Red Lion is now closed down. So the waymark is this nice Tudor looking building opposite. Just over the road there you've got the old fire station. It was previously donated by the Hook family, who I read were part of the large paper mill family down this way. This area well known for paper mills apparently, along with Chatham. Entering the high street with the North Downs in the distance there. So opposite the Bull we take a right between some reservoirs, or some former chalk pits I'd imagine, at the moment, for 300 metres. Okay, the text refers to coming out onto a lane. I don't know who last walk checked this walk, but some major construction works going on now on the right. So I'm not sure where the footpath goes from here. Okay, you come out opposite Snodland Cemetery as marked on the map. So all's well again. And then you're back on this byway, which goes past the cemetery up here. Rather pleasant tunnel effect here next to the cemetery. Footpath isn't too bad considering the rain we've had. I kind of guessed this would be the case because of the fact we're climbing. Slippery enough though because of the chalk underneath. Shot back over Snodland, with the sun peeping out, which is very pleasant. The quarry on my left is now being built upon. It's been drained of water, and such as the demand for housing now, that people are living in quarries or former quarries. Mentioned in the text, the hedge ends, or the tree arbour finishes. North Downs come into view. Gently climbing at this point. Plenty of evidence of the industrial past of this area. With another shot back over Snodland, with evidence there of the current industrial activity. Continuing on along this nicely protected footpath with not much else other than ivy, an old man's beard in the hedgerow. Looking down on one of the former quarries. This particular one looks like it's been transformed into agricultural land. As the wind picks up, you get a better view of it here. You can see the new housing estate just in the distance there. Berkeley Homes, I believe. Amazing how the technology's enabled that to happen today. Still, who knows what problems that may cause in the future. Further views back just from the edge of the wood by the double metal field gate. This section of walking was quite tricky actually, because it's a very narrow footpath and very slippy, so awkward. Surprisingly, the stile referred to in the text is still a stile and not a kissing gate. Walking through the mixed woodland of Crookhorn Wood. Which would appear to be a home to, is that Ransoms? Probably in the spring it is. This tree's been recently felled. There's an interesting evidence of disease there. I wonder if that's how our bones look if you were to cut them in a cancerous person. There's clearly a lot of it about here, and it's these diseased trees that have been felled. Interestingly, the view of this particular section is that there's no mud, slippy stuff at all. Nice covering of beech leaves, and because we're walking along a contour line along the halfway down the ravine, so to speak, water's running downhill. Like this tree fall has blocked the original footpath, so there's a slight diversion to the right and then left again. Delightful little section this, very tranquil, just me and loads of pheasants, which all seem to be cock pheasants usually. A junction here, as mentioned in the text, and our onward journey henceforth is now going to be very muddy. I think it's that one over there as opposed to that one. What a mild breeze there is today. You would not believe it's the end of December. Yep, this is a right quagmire. Okay, coming out into the cross paths with a metal filled gate behind me. We do a left here and then go right through that gate on the right there. Okay, exiting the woodland after 400 metres of quite steep ascent with some pleasant views on the left, which I wasn't able to film because of the sun being against me, par for the course. But believe you me, some pleasant views down there, indicating the reason why there's so many cock pheasants around. Looks like they breed them for shooting. Okay, since the text was written, it's now pretty evident which field you go into because of this electric fence. So it's not that way, but up here, keeping the hedge on your right. Okay, views back from the top of the field. Stood next to a kissing gate now, where we're just about to cross over the tarmac drive referred to in the text. Interestingly, today I haven't encountered another soul, which is just the way I like it. Seems if you get an hour beyond London, you don't get so many walkers out and about because it's more rural. Interesting bit of fun there. Someone's put a skeleton in that old phone box. Crossing over what used to be the tarmac track. It's no longer that evident. Humour on the North Downs. Now stood on the North Downs way, but our onward journey is ahead into the sheep field of sheep. North Downs Way follows this lane by the looks of it, next to the castellated house over there. Okay, as you may be able to hear, quite windy here. Got black sheep, not black sheep, black cows on my right, contrasting nicely with the sheep on my left, and views down towards Harvel, where the lunchtime pub is, I believe. Might be wrong about that, might be a bit early, but certainly that direction. Another kissing gate has now been added to the text, or not to the text, but it's not mentioned in the text, but we're by the wood's edge here. So clearly the onward journey is that way. Some fine views there on this lovely winter's day, albeit rather unseasonal. On the left has now disappeared. Some kind of waterworks sewerage farm down below here. I got that wrong, it's a gasworks. Knew I could smell something. Didn't think it was gas though. Well, not gasworks, but gas installation. Interesting way of advertising your company. Clever though. Reflection of the times. Views back across the valley to a point where I was a few minutes ago over there. Not far to go to Harvel now. There isn't a church there, so have to hope there's a bench of some kind. In the top left corner of this field, next to this field gate, we take a left here, following the wheeled way, as indicated there. Particularly muddy section just past the metal barns on the left mentioned in the text, and as usual this is because this is a bridle way. Bane of my life. Someone's created a nice footpath away from the bridle way through this woodland stretch, and the horses have even got onto this now, churning this up. Not cricket, mate. Meters on from the barns, the yellow marker's been removed or taken away, lost, whatever. There's a blue one there now. Continues straight on though. With a pleasant enough view to the right, just by this metal field gate. New house being constructed down there at the end of the valley. So be careful here, you don't take the left, which is the blue arrow, but continue uphill where the yellow arrow indicates. "50 metres on, you come to this field, aiming for that mock Tudor building, and as you can see, the field has just been freshly ploughed by the looks of it. What a quagmire that's going to be. Very difficult to walk across there with no footpath. The alternative might be to go 100 metres to the left, walk up the field edge. I think that's what I'll do. Very annoying, Mr. Farmer. Why haven't you cleared our footpath for us? Okay, that works. Just take that left I indicated and follow the field boundary up. Gets you right back to where you need to be, next to the gate, or to the gate, next to the metal field gate. Sounds like the Boxing Day hounds are being warmed up behind me. Turn left here into Harvel, or towards Harvel. Getting almost ominously grey now. Rather pleasant old oast house over there, next to the village green here. Another one of those village signs of the Luddesdown type. Seems to be a number of these style of village sign, maybe the same blacksmith or sign maker. Now interestingly, there is a chair or a seat over there. I wonder if I might have to come back to that. Depends if I find anything else towards the pub, which is that way. Oh, here we are, the Amazon and Tiger, Harvel, which is a free house. Sunday roasts are $4.99 per that board there, but that does look antiquated. Doesn't look all that to me for a village pub, but it's the only one on the route, so you've got no choice unless you take a packed lunch like I do. There's an alternative bench here opposite the pub outside the village hall, but I think I'll return back to the green, seeing as the onward journey's that way anyway. So back to Harvel Green for lunch. I think I'll take this dilapidated bench here. 1:30 for the timekeepers amongst you. Okay, 2 o'clock. Lunch has been had. Onward journey now continues down Dean Lane over towards Luddesdown. Okay, 250 metres down Dean's Lane. There's the green footpath sign that we now follow, crossing the stile on the left. Views back towards Harvel as I leave the field corner behind me. Stile now referred to in the text, referred to in the text is now a gate. And once again, plenty of mud in this corner. Rather interesting jelly-like fungus there. Almost alien-esque. It's one for me to check out later. We reach another kissing gate. Onward journeys over there. Rather pleasant valley view here. As the skies become greyer. Still, rain's not forecast till tonight, so fingers crossed. Interesting observation. Why do farmers put these water troughs at places where kissing gates are and footpaths pass? Clearly they want the area downtrodden by all the beasts drinking, so that creates more mud and mayhem in the corner here. Discourages. Well, it don't work, mate. Looking at this incline here, you can see the torrent of rain was so strong it was almost like a river at one point, judging by the little bunches of leaves and twigs. Okay, views 300 metres on, with again a kissing gate instead of a stile here. There's actually no indication that you turn right at my last point that I filmed. It's only when you get the other side of that stile that you can see there's a footpath along the edge of the valley, as shown there. So a bit confusing there. Be careful. The minor point to whoever makes these kissing gates, that screw would be better placed the other way round, because every time I seem to go through one of these kissing gates, the nut there seems to catch my rucksack. So as you can see, it wouldn't do any harm at all to put the round flat head the way we're passing through rather than the other way round. So please note. Lots of these things will be roasted and eaten on Christmas Day. Parsnips, I believe they are anyway. Might be turnips. Hum a bit anyway. What a pleasant view that is. Jet noise even down here. And we're nowhere near Gatwick. Other pleasant valley views here. Very still and quiet today, apart from the jet noise. No bird song, apart from the occasional fieldfare or redwing. I haven't worked out what it is at the moment. Crossing the track, following the green byway sign, plus one of those old footpath markers. And once again you can see evidence of the heavy rain. This must have been like a river yesterday. So different to a few months ago when we were crying out for rain, eh? That's what I say, you can't beat Mother Nature. Always sorts itself out without man interfering. Evidence of another stone footpath marker to Luddesdown, as mentioned in the text, but clearly there's a more modern wooden post marker there, so presumably that's the way we go, seeing as the lane swings round to the left at this point. It's an interesting breed of pig. Looks half pig, half sheep. It's got a woolly coat. Sure, Adam's got one on his farm in country foal. Bizarre looking thing. Wonder if it's been genetically engineered. Have to check that out. Great in here. Assuming I'm on the right path, it's like a jungle. It's like a jungle in here. Really makes me wonder. Little extract from Grandmaster Flash, for those that remember him. Pleasant valley view from an opening in the woodland. Lovely and peaceful, as I keep saying in here. Lovely. Where the tree falls. That one's just about mid-drift height, so you can clamber over that. Okay, you don't go that way. Come out by the house on the hill with the wooden fence. So not that way, but right downhill here. Great views on the right here of the valley below. Shame I can't see them properly. Come through the wooden kissing gate mentioned in the text. I note there's a picnic table up there. Always handy to know these sort of things if you're in need of refreshment, which I'm not at the moment. Fence being erected here, just having come through the kissing gate where you re-enter Woodland. Ignore the turning to the right, which is indicated by that dilapidated footpath marker. Continue straight on, 50 degrees. Walking down the lane, having just passed the gates of the house mentioned in the text, and coming up to point 5 with pleasant enough views looking towards Luddesdown. Looking back at the arbour I've just left behind near the gates of those near the gates of that house. Just starting to feel some spits of rain, I think. Lane swings left. Another dilapidated footpath marker. We continue straight on here. What a grey still day it is. Amazing. Everything's gone shopping, I think. There is an option to go straight to Soul Street that way, but our onward journey straight ahead 40 degrees. There's some fine views over on my left. And on my right. It's getting worryingly dark. Mind you, it is about 3:15, I think. There you have it, parish boundary. Having just come across the stile hidden in the hedge. Not so hidden, not so concealed now. And right off the lane onto Luddesdown. Here we are, Luddesdown, which the Military of Defence wanted to buy in the early 80s apparently for tank practice. As if they haven't got enough places to practice down in Wiltshire, amongst others. Thank God they didn't get their hands on this. Mayan referred to in the text. Here's our onward journey. Yeah, some great downland views, eh? Even on a grey day like today. Luddesdown Church of St Peter and St Paul ahead of us there. And I seem to recall this is where the Cuxton Soul Street walk joins up, if I'm not mistaken, through a marker on the right in this hedge. I might be wrong, but let's find out. Electric fencing to clamber over here, just at the field edge next to the church. Ah, more of those pigs. Let's get a close up of them. Tell you what, they're big old beasts. You wouldn't want to get confronted with one of those. As he enjoys his drink. I guess the obvious name for them is black spot pigs. Wouldn't surprise me. At least this one's got a mate over there. Yeah, look at that, he's absolutely enjoying that. Ideal weather for pigs, this. Isn't that right? Go. Same ironwork I filmed last time. And no, that last couple of 100 metres that I walked was not on the Cuxton circular, Cuxton Soul Street walk, but this bit certainly is. So there might be some familiar terrain now. So a quick look at the church. Close as I'm going to get to it, I think. I remember filming it from this angle before. So that means I came from the private drive behind me. Freshly painted door there, ready for Christmas. Journey ahead there, past the Victorian school here on my right. I don't know about this walk being 8 miles, but I seem to be taking a hell of a time doing it. It's 3:30 now. Views back from the bench on the other side of the valley. Even at this time of night, quite a scene. The old Victorian school down there. Delightful, eh? Wind's picking up again, bringing tonight's rainfall. Views from the brow of the hill in the second field, heading down there towards the corner of the field. And backwards from whence I've just come. Something like around 80 or 90 metres at this point. The 4, here's the Cock Inn for those that want refreshment. Our onward journey straight ahead there between Gold Street and Henley Street. That was 600 metres of muddy walking across the field of borage, or whatever it's called. Animal feed anyway. Four o'clock now. Away in where I took respite last time, because trains are not very frequent here, if I remember correctly. So fingers crossed. Okay, here we are. Only 15 minutes to wait to the Victoria train. So, that was a very pleasant walk. As I say, I question the 8 miles. I haven't got my pedometer to confirm or otherwise the distance. None of my pedometers work at the moment, so hope to acquire one after Christmas or for Christmas. But yeah, a very pleasant walk that. A little bit muddy at this time of year, but hey, that's what you get. Nice brisk walk for winter. Plenty of nice views. Once you get, you know, an hour or slightly more beyond London, it gets very rural. And today I didn't pass anyone on my walk, so that's fantastic. And here we've got plenty of robin song. These lights are encouraging them to sing. So what a pleasant way to end a pleasant walk. Merry Christmas one and all. And here's to 2013, seeing as I won't be filming any more walks this side of 2013. So I wish you all the best. We've survived the Mayan catastrophe, thank God. So, to 2013 then. Book 2, Walk 17 completed. And I think that completes pretty much all the main walks in Book 2. I'll check that when I get home, but I think that's the case. Merry Christmas.